in this industrialized society, it's easier for people to, well, it's made easiest for people to know what they are to be, to find their purpose, because how many careers have just been planted to say, okay, I think I could do best in this career path, and then I'll go for it. And then if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I think that's a blessing, but more so a curse, in a way of, you could find the mold that's best suited for you, but it's hard to innovate from a mold unless you're exceptional. However, what more can we do after that? If there's more molds to be made, I think we're almost done. Not much to progress in life. There's not much more to innovate. We've come so far, and to making a better humanity, to where I think we're leaving that behind. I mean, of course that's what's been happening, but we're leaving humanity behind to try to prepare for more, to try to bring more. However, what's the point to life if there's nothing more to do? This isn't something to be concerned about. I didn't mean to word it like that. But what we should just do right now is just to pursue the ideas we have currently, because that's the purposes we have currently. And purpose just doesn't mean end all be all. It could mean this. Purpose could be used as experience also, or what we do to try to find our purpose carries experience to where we could bring it to the final career we choose and we'll be happy with in our life. Maybe that's just the secret to life, just to learn and learn. You think you want to do this, but eventually God will just deliver, okay, what you really needed when you need it. I think that's it. That's the game of life, potentially. Thug it out, keep going, keep learning, keep being better. Maybe. I think that's the game of life. But also could turn into Monopoly. If your ideas, visions, especially in business, and more money and more risk comes involved, and then things just, one thing I fear is just things becoming personal and splitting. Look at the little boy. Personal and business issues, but that's where I'm overthinking it. I'm not at that point. I hope I'll never be at that point to where it eats me alive, even during so. What more can we do? Just to do our best to be different. Being different gets us noticed, but being different can get us ignored also, or dismissed, because it's an unusual flavor. Everything I think about it always goes to a form of entertainment, whether it be, making videos or producing television, acting, because it's such a digestible medium. Well, there's such digestible mediums to where it's all based on taste. That's where my mind is hardwired at. I'm learning now. And it feels like a limitation. Like, it's starting to feel like somewhat of a mental illness, because it feels limiting. So it's like I can't break free from this wall I built around, just because I surrounded myself so much in those mediums, in those works forms. I need to overcome that. I need to stop finding mental hindrances and just to keep going. Life is weird, dude. Life is beautiful. Life is crazy. Life is sad. But life is beautiful. Life is scary. Life is beautiful. Wouldn't you rather be the one people look up to and say, wow, this man changed it, rather than just to live in it and say, man, oh well. Nobody wants to, be settled with. People want to be greater. People are depressed because they're not greater. They're not who they would want to be looking. They're not who they would want to look up to. And that's the issue that I have, and that's the issue I see many people do. They're not as good as they can be. Be who you can be. Be the best man you can be. Be somebody who you wish you were able to look up to when you were growing up. I think that a lot. With the flaws I have around me, that I have and are surrounded by, I wish there's somebody else better that I could look up to, that I was nearby. But then I tell myself I could form myself into being that type of person. So I should just potentially just be that. And I want many other people to feel the same way. Due to the fact that humans, we have so many of us, we can make connections. We specialize in different professions, different skills, different actions, different languages, different places. We could just connect and be able to make sense and communicate so clearly, efficiently, beautifully, to where the world doesn't seem as confusing as it is if we're just doing it alone. Don't be afraid to make connections. Don't be afraid of saying you don't know something. Don't be afraid of saying you don't know something. Ask and you'll learn. And you'll remember, because it's easy to forget stuff you learn if you don't, really have a love to learn it. But if you ask a question because you're curious and just, it's a brave moment, you're saying, it's very naked. No, there's a better word. Transparent. No, what's the better word? The better word is revealing. I can't think of the word right now. I can't think of the word. I don't feel like I'm on the clock. Naked, bare. I hope I can find the word. I'm not going to stumble over it right now if I can't think about it as of now. You just threw yourself out there. Afraid of the unknown, because you admit that you are weak in knowledge and the fact that I don't know. Don't be afraid to ask. And then if you ask, you shall receive. Ask a question bold enough to say, yes, I don't know, and I'm willing to learn. That right there, that emotion will stick with you. And the relieving emotion afterwards of the information that's going to be given to you with that question will stick with you just as much. It's just going to be as impactful as it is in your heart and in your head. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to learn. Be the best you can be. You don't know everything about the world, about the different industries, about the businesses, but that doesn't mean you're stupid. That doesn't mean you can't learn. That means there's always something to learn. So I want y'all to learn something. Always find out. Tell yourself, yeah, I'm stupid, but that's because I haven't found a way to learn something yet. So connect with people. Learn to do things. Learn to be things. Learn how to say things. Learn languages. Learn skills. I just stick myself too deep in artistic mediums, even though I am half I'm not talented. I'm not very talented. But that's up for me to learn. That's all up to me to learn. Because when I see like skills like drawing and learning and writing and performing and acting, that I don't see that as practical skills. That's the harsh reality I see as practical skills that'll make the world go round, much as construction could. Plumbing, it's not a trade. But I feel like it's just what my brain just clicks with and fits in the mold of entertainment more so than anything else. Entertainment industry is acting, writing, comics, manga. All that is entertainment. My mind can't disconnect for that reason. I think that's maybe just for a purpose, and so I'm hardwired for that. Maybe that's just who I am. That's just what's the best thing I can understand. But when I see entertainment now, it's very digestible. Very in and out. You can eat it, shit it out immediately. New Marvel movie come in. Oh, cool. Can't wait for the next one. Even I waited 3 years for this one. Whoa. When's the next one? So, where was I going with this? I remember. With these mediums I want to actively work for, what can I do to make it different and impactful that it can be as impactful to the people as much as regular, ordinary, respectable trades can be. Again, like plumbing, like carpentry, like electrical, like construction. What can the trades I do now, the skills I find interesting, can help impact the world in a respectable way as like acting can? Because maybe it's the stories I could tell, the characters I could write, portray. I guess it's just, that's the mold I gotta find. I answered my question from the very beginning. Okay, I settled now, but I need to make a different mold. I need to not fit into a mold and find a way to do something different so I can progress humanity. I love it when you do this. See, this is what can happen when you talk to yourself. You can answer your own questions just by thinking about it. Don't be afraid to talk to yourself. You can develop and be a better person. You could be a better person just by talking to yourself. You might not understand what you're trying to say, but it'll eventually flow out as you're communicating with yourself. Learn something new. You could do it from yourself. There's so much knowledge inside you. There's so much knowledge inside you that you don't know. There's so many things you haven't taught yourself yet. Go do it. That's how you discover who you are.